What are my options? Learning the rules of golf. This is Lesson 2, Hazards. In this lesson, we'll take a closer look at both water hazards and bunkers. We'll start with water hazards in 3 parts. Water hazards can be defined by stakes or lines. When the margin of the water hazard is defined by stakes, the margin of the hazard is defined by the nearest outside point at ground level. You take the outside point and the outside point of the neighboring stake, and you make a straight line between the two. When the margin of the water hazard is defined by a line on the ground, the line itself is in the water hazard. What this means, this is all water hazard because it is the line. Through the green is to the right, and anything on the line or left of it is lateral water hazard. When both stakes and lines are used to indicate a water hazard, the stakes identify the water hazard and the lines define the hazard margin. In this case, there is a line, therefore the line defines the hazard margin. It tells us where the hazard starts and stops. The stake is only there to indicate that there's a water hazard. So from the tee, you'd be able to see that there's a water hazard up on the left side of the fairway. Part 2. A ball is in a water hazard when any part of it touches the water hazard. Let's take a closer look at this. So here we have stakes defining our water hazard margin. There is no painted line. This is just a line we drew in the picture. The line itself is part of the hazard. This ball is clearly in the lateral water hazard. The ball on the right is through the green. The ball in the middle, part of it is touching the water hazard. Therefore, it is in this lateral water hazard. With respect to a line, remember the line itself is in the water hazard. The ball in the middle, well, it is in a lateral water hazard. The ball on the right is through the green. This ball at the top, part of it is touching the lateral water hazard, therefore that ball is in the lateral water hazard. Part 3. The margin of a water hazard extends vertically upwards and downwards. We'll look at a 3D golf hole to show exactly what this means. We're going to extend the margin of this water hazard vertically upwards. So any part of this tree that's inside this cylinder or touching this cylinder is in the water hazard. If your ball happened to get stuck up in this tree and it was inside of the cylinder or touching it, that ball would be in a water hazard. Remember, the margins extend vertically upwards and downwards. That's for both red marked water hazards and yellow marked water hazards. Stakes used to define the margin of or identify a water hazard are obstructions. So here we have stakes defining the water hazard margin, and here, because the line defines the margin, the stakes are only identifying. In both cases, those stakes are obstructions. Here, these are movable obstructions. We'll talk more about the difference between movable obstructions and immovable obstructions in a later lesson. Okay, let's look at bunkers. A bunker is a hazard consisting of a prepared area of ground, often a hollow from which turf or soil has been removed and replaced with sand or the like. Grass-covered ground bordering or within a bunker, including a stacked turf face, whether grass-covered or earthen, is not part of the bunker. This is grass-covered ground bordering. Here's grass-covered ground within. And here is a stacked turf face. None of these areas are part of the bunker. Those areas are all through the green. The sand here in the bunker, and over here, this would be part of the bunker. A wall or lip of the bunker, not covered with grass, is part of the bunker. Here we have a wall or lip, not covered with grass. This is bunker. Right above it, grass-covered ground, not part of the bunker. So the margin of our bunker is where these two parts coincide. Bunker through the green. The margin of a bunker extends vertically downwards, but not upwards. This is slightly different than with water hazards. The margin just goes down. It does not extend vertically up. So anything touching the sand, anything touching the wall not covered with grass, or anything under this bunker would be in the bunker. But different from water hazards, a ball stuck in the tree above a bunker would be through the green. A ball is in a bunker when it lies in or any part of it touches the bunker. So this is just like water hazards. If we were to shine a flashlight in this hole, we may see part of this ball touching the sand in this bunker. If that was the case, Part of the ball would be touching the bunker, therefore the ball would be in the bunker. If none of the ball is touching the sand, the ball's not in the bunker, it would be through the green. Okay, that's it for lesson 2. Time to test your understanding. There's a link to the quiz just below this video. If you're watching on YouTube, click the Read More button and you'll see a link to the Oregon Golf Association website. Thank you for your interest in the rules of golf and good luck on the quiz.